Now, has train left station? No. Well, one thing I was thinking here... Let me get up, thank you. Can I not be run over? There's another thing entirely. I don't want to walk in front of train, I want to walk behind train, thank you. Alright, while I was getting my drink, I was having a wee think. And I was thinking that it might be... Basically, each of these can hold 2,000. This can hold 2,000 and a little bit. So it's, you know, not too far off 2,500. What I would want to know is, as long as the average is actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sorry, it's 2,400. As long as the average each one of these chests can basically hold an entire cargo wagon, and it's in you know, just by itself, but it would almost be full. I need to work out how much room is left here. Or rather, is there enough room for a train to visit? Milky Crown has pumpkin spice latte. I hope you're going to enjoy it. You've been watching a stationary train all this time and I got out of it just before it left. How beautifully ironic. I think we are going to want a arithmetic... Well, actually... I guess we got 96 times 2,500. As long as it's got enough there to hold 16k. Yeah, I could easily calculate that. That's not a problem. So a constant combinator. We would want let's see, this. I guess stack size of 50. The amount of chests would be let's find the chest symbol. There we go. 96. This they've already emptied. Then we want red signal, I'm going to say. I would like the amount of... Oh, sorry. This multiplied by... Where are you? This. There we go. Only on red. That puts the amount of room, or rather the amount of ore, I should say. Also, who dat? Sir Teddy Bear Jones, thank you very much for dropping by. Welcome, Raiders. You've caught me at probably the most mumbly, boring part of this stream is going to be. I'm staring at combinators and I'm trying to puzzle out how to do a certain thing. So I'm going to come out of this for a moment to give you an overview of what we've got going on. And thank you again so very much for the raid. Very kind of you. Let's get a shout out for you. Were you playing some Factorio there, I assume? There we go. Thank you very much for the raid, Sir Teddy Bear Jones. But we are presently setting up our first train line. I do have... we're at the point now where I kind of need to go and get some oil. However, I'm still playing around with trains right now. Enjoying it very muchly. But the factory is more or less stopped doing anything because it's kind of backed up as a consequence of doing things. No, I was playing Dead by Daylight, but I'm a big fan of your channel. Watch it every night and found Backpack Hero because of you. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so very glad that I was able to shine the spotlight on Backpack Hero. Such a fantastic game. An absolute gem of a game, in my opinion. So I'm very glad you enjoy it. Right, so that stack of 50 times 96. Oh, actually, no, that should be the amount of room times 56. Let me change that up a little bit. This is how much can be stored on a train. So 16k. Pop that in there. Oh, I have no idea what just happened. Each confirm. Okay. Very well. We want empty space. How am I going to show empty space? How should I visualize emptiness? Guess it doesn't strictly matter, but... I could have green signal of 1. That's fine. 96 times 2,500. Or I could just multiply that by 2,500 to get the amount of room that I've got. And then see whether I've got 16k of it left. Was that a galaxy in the space section? Not sure. Galaxy in the space section. I'll take a Lockya. Space section in the icons, you mean? Oh, right. Space. Shattered Planet, Solar System Edge, Aquilo, Fulgora, Gleba, Vulcanus, and Novus. Good morning, Leafin. How you doing, buddy? Actually, you know what? No. I know how much empty space there should be. I know how many chests there are. Or rather, I know how much ore should be a part of this. I think I've got a good idea of doing this. Of how to do this, rather. So I need to hook it all up. So we need to sum up all of the ore in here. See what the average is. And as long as that average is below 400... Well, actually, no. As long as that average is... well, no. Because doing it that way, what I was going to say is if the average of each chest is below 400, then I know I've got room to put things in. But the train barely fills a single chest that way. Checking if the average is over 2,000 at the other place might work, but no. I need to do this a little bit of a smarter way. Because if I'm only checking for the averages, I will likely miss out on an enormous amount of storage potential here. Because I've got to remember that the average chest can store an entire cargo wagon. So if I'm only dealing with the average, then for it to kind of sync up with the amount of cargo capacity a train has, I should only be counting 8 of the chests at a time, not all 96 of them. It's a very different number that I'm dealing with. Don't I only need to do one side? No, I need to individually hook up all of them. Oh, you mean the cables? Oh, I just do that for symmetry's sake. Oh wow, completeness sake with regards to the other station, which had them every 2 wagons. But Tommy Lee asks, what are we trying to do? Well, what I'm trying to do is to work out if across all of the chests I have a train's worth of cargo space available. But because I'm not unloading the chests equally, like we're not carefully unloading the chests like we're loading the chest at the other station. We're just dumping everything out as soon as I can. It's a little bit more of a complicated issue, because if I want to make sure that I can unload the train, it's not as clear. Because, yeah, I might have room for the entire train's contents, but only in the last couple of chests down here. So the wagons over here just remain perpetually unemptied. And that causes some problems for me, since it could potentially hold the train up when I would otherwise want it to leave and do other things. I suppose I could literally just not worry about that and simply check for the total available space. It's not impossible for me to do. It's literally just a case of 2,400 multiplied by 96 minus 16. Or rather, the ore that's in the chests deducted from that amount, and if there's 16 or more, then let a train through. Why is the iron not moving? Is the factory not growing? It's not at the moment, because I kind of stopped doing other things in order to faff around with trains, and so a lot of the factory's production is kind of backed up. This mine isn't doing too terribly. Slowly filling up. But yeah, maybe that is the best way to do it. Simply take this, add in the amount of chests, which would be it's 96 chests. The amount of space in each chest, I'll just use a letter for that. S is 2,400. We use an arithmetic combinator. To combine these two things. So combine chests with S, or rather multiply chest with S. Output it on green. Oh, actually, no. This is just purely the input. Thinking about it, but I want to output the chest number. So that's 230k. Is the total amount of space that's available, and I want to subtract then. So I need another arithmetic combinator. I don't have any more, so I need to make one. There you go. And we want this to hook up to you. I want red to hook up to you. And I want to subtract from the space available the amount of ore. I could do each actually. Right, so the 73k ore available is 157k space available. And then actually, let me just double check that that's the one I want. A signal has to pass all conditions. Output every signal. Balance the condition for each one. Need to check output. What am I actually saying? Oh, well, that's fine. Right, so I then want to I could simply divide the number of that number by 16, because that's the amount that a train can hold, and that's how many trains this place can request. As that allows me to do a roll with a combinator, or I could simply allow it to request one based on a conditional. And the conditional might actually be the wiser move here. Also, kind of want to move these around, but I guess I'll leave it for now. So that can come out on green, cross. Check if each... it's true when there are no inputs. False when there are no inputs. We'll take that one. Is above 16k. Output L1. There we go. Then I hook that up to the station. Set train limit So it's willing to accept a train at this point. But only because there's room available. Includes the stopped train. So I'm assuming that this would not be accepting any other trains right now. Will this not empty the frontmost chests first? It probably will, yeah. I mean, well, it'll empty these chests first, actually, I think. Since these will be blocked, so it'll empty from the back, going backwards on each lane, and then merge them up there. It's not a perfect balancer though, so it's not going to do a very good job of merging them. Right, now that that's done, if I go up the top, there was another way. Instead of, like, you know, hard coding 16K, I was going to just check for the average of 2000. But actually, no, I should probably just hard code 16K, because again, checking for the average only checks each individual chest. And I mean, the total storage capacity of this place is enormous compared to the carry capacity of a single train. All right. Anyway, that's all done, finally. It is now time for us to consider oil. I'm not going to have to worry about copper for a while, I don't think. Maybe have to worry about stone before too long, but we have a nice big stone deposit down there. So I'm thinking we need to go over yonder, because I'm not going up there. That's nonsense. Can I make the train go choo-choo? I mean, it should be called in just a moment. So sure, we'll wait for it to arrive. If you would like. Go and have a look at it, shall we? Yeah. It literally just waits until... once it's at this destination, it waits until there's a full cargo, but it can't go there right now because that place isn't requesting a train. And once it's here, it empties its cargo inventory, but it won't go down here unless there's room for it to be summoned. So what we should see now is that this is requesting a train because there's 16K or more in storage. There we go. Now it will completely offload. It will not take long. And then it'll run on back and deliver. Anyway. Now, we need to get pump jacks and the like up and running. Now, unlike mining, which we're going to do frequently, like setting up new mines, I don't think there's as much reason to set up automated pump jack production. I shouldn't have come down here. Because pump jacks are a much less frequent. You're not going to tap into new oil fields nearly as often as you are going to run out of iron or copper or something like that and need to set up a new outpost. Actually, there's a question. Do pump jacks run out now, or are they still functionally infinite? Really, of all the things I'm shy on, it's iron. From what I can tell, read, they are functionally infinite. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's not a bad thing, to be fair. It's a very good thing in many ways. Otherwise, it would be a bit rough. Right, let's go and get this stuff set up then. Hit every tree on the way here. Every single one. Absolutely every tree. It's fine. You're doing fine. I didn't hit the rocks. Notice that? No rock hits. That's all that matters. I might feel bad if I wasn't such a scallywag. Let's get you repaired. Let's not get covered in goop, if I can avoid it. Can I get you? No. Not easily, anyway. Yeah. Is there another one? There is another one. I mean, realistically, I should do the rest in my car to avoid getting slimed. There we go. Make sure it was only talking about the car and nothing at base. Right, there we go. How many hours have you been playing this today? Vance, I've been playing for coming on. Well, I've been streaming for 13.5 hours and I've been playing it only since then. But we took about an hour and a half to get started, if I'm perfectly honest. Right. That's cleared out here. I swear. I'm a menace in this vehicle. There's only actually 4 pumps here. Wow. Just as well I didn't make more of these then, I suppose. Now, here's the question. How have fluid dynamics changed? Fire, impact. I mean, this gives me the recipe of it, but it doesn't really tell me any more information about it, really. Sadly. Take care, Alpha. I would have laughed so hard if the old patches had ignited. That would have been funny. I mean, I genuinely would have laughed as well. The long short of it is pipes are treated as a single unit now. There's a maximum pipe range of 250, I think, before a pump is required. Oh, really? Because that's a huge change from how it used to be. Like, that is a bonkersly huge change. I wonder why they did that. It used to be a bit of a pain in the backside to get everything hooked up correctly, but if it's now that simple, my God. Oh. There's no point that I'm not saving myself any connection issues by doing that. I generally like to have pipes connect like this so that it's way more convenient for me to move around at some point in the future. Guess I'll allow that one to connect up directly since it's so close. Oh, there we go. Can pretty much move around this whole area as a consequence of this. Likely, so you didn't have single segments of pipe that are like 60,000 entities in size. The performance of the old system was pretty bad, and it didn't always work right. So yeah, they made it super simple. Okay, well, fair enough. It also means the throughput is basically yes until you reach the point where a pump is required. Yeah, pretty much. Nuclear is viable for megabases again, says Braxton. Bless. Right. We're going to want... Actually, that isn't necessary. However, ooh, no. If I'm going to set up a train track for this, which of course I am, I'm going to need to approach this from a different angle, aren't I? I'll need to do this in a very different way. Do we want the same type of fluid wagon? Or do we want a smaller vehicle when it comes to oils? I forget what the contents of a liquid train is. Like how much it can store. Why did Road Train lose his swamp? What? He shouldn't have lost his swamp. Why have we lost? He lost his. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Road Train Swamp is still Road Train Swamp. It's all okay. Also, I almost lost my car. I want to say 25,000, but that would have been pre 2.0. Yeah, I have no idea at this point, I'm afraid. Also, this just feels wrong. There we go. There we go. And let's get all of this sorted. Right. So, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's all right. Put that there. Do you have any idea of the majesty I'm about to create before you? It's alright. Not everyone is ready for what they're about to see. Oh, I'm gonna have to make it 2. That's kind of sucky, but okay. Not gonna quite look right, unfortunately. Now, can I make this connect? No, not there anyway. Can I make this connect? Possibly. Yes, I can. Okay, there we go. Now, you almost got me, you scallywag. I'm on to you. On to you I am. Right, chain signal. There we go. Now, I mean, it's not exactly the best, but it'll have to do. We want to go all the way through. Ah, I'm out of train tracks. Nonsense. How dare you? Okay, maybe I shouldn't drive while angry. I choose life. Life does not involve me crashing into my smelting array. There we go. I'm starting to think that maybe having that restricted is not the right way. And in fact, I would like even more. I will still restrict her a little bit, but I will allow it to store up to 800 now. I could probably set up some automatic production of solar, thinking about it. And then just start popping them around the place here and there. You think that's wise, chat? Get some solar production on the go. That feels a little bit off. Oh, it's because you bring it down a little bit first. Maybe a little bit more? Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the entry points should always have chain signals on them. And the chain signal should exist how many? 1, 2. Nope. Back a little bit more. There we go. The exit points should allow the train to go out. So if the train wants to go straight on, it doesn't need to go around. It can go straight through. But if it wants to go around, it can do that. This isn't the perfect way to set this up. Certainly not. For example, you'd probably want to have a chain signal here and here. That way, two trains, one coming this way and one going that way, both intended to go straight through, would not cause the other to have to wait. Because previously this entire thing was considered a single block. And so if a train was navigating, even if it was just going straight across, this train here, which wouldn't have collided, would be stalled from interacting. Likewise, if I had a junction down there, I would want some sort of signal breaking it from breaking these into quarters instead of halves. But oh, did I use Oh, I did use those. Thank you very much for catching that. I used train signals instead of chain signals. Yep. Thank you very much. On any input, basically the way a chain signal and a rail signal differ, I remember a lot of people had a bit of a struggle to wrap their heads around this. I'd get lots of questions for this on the newbie guide. A rail signal is just a flat signal that says, is the place directly behind the signal blocked? So for example, this is red because there is a train here. A chain signal checks if there's a valid exit out of its current, out of the next area, the area behind it. So for example, right now, this is checking, is there a way out? It can see that there is a way out over here, so it will allow trains through. All of these are doing exactly the same thing. Even if, if there was a train here, for example, and this would be red in exactly the same way, because there's no valid exit out of this, because there's something in the way. However, if there were a train over here, then this should turn red, or it might turn yellow. I forget which is which. But if I pop that there, for example, let me just double check these. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it then. Let me pop a regular signal here. Oh, wait, no. I think blue means that it can see there is an exit. It doesn't know if that's the exit that you're going to want to take. Yeah, blue means that it's looking at, there are multiple paths and one of them is open. Yeah. Oh, sorry. No. Fenrir Zero says blue means one or more exits are red. Red means all exits are red. Green means all exits are green, I assume. So, for example, if I were to change this to a rail signal, that becomes green. That becomes green also, but this one's blue. Yeah. No, that's perfect. I think yellow only exists as an error state. I could be wrong about that though. Anyway, now that we've got that, let's clear up the way a little bit. Now, can I get this out to its maximum range? No. That is fine. We're going to walk this all the way over to the oil area. No, I'm not, actually. I've changed my mind. And it was completely because I chose to change my mind and not because I forgot to stock up. That is absolutely not what happened. Mind you, it's been I don't think I've had to restock the big electric poles since I made the little factory area to produce them. While I'm here, I should top up as well. But yeah, I don't even think I managed to extract all of them last time. I think there was something like only 14 or so. Also, how is everything over here? Everything over here looks good. It does have enough ore for it to summon more. Oh, and there we are. The train is already arrived. Glorious. Truly the best. Now, I think what I'd like to do is actually create a refueling area over here so that multiple trains can make use of this. And that would be an interesting opportunity for us to try the interrupts. But first, I want to at least get out over to where the oil is, because we're going to be setting... Actually, I can probably do this with my car. We're going to be setting up the oil derricks to pump... Well, the liquid wagons... Actually, I should go and collect those as well. Thinking about it before I decide to gallivant off. But we want to make sure that we're actually able to fill the liquid tanks nice and fast. And there is a bit of a trick to it. It isn't immediately obvious. You need pumps, but there are, much like with the trains that we're loading like solid cargo into, we want a buffer chest to contain them first. You kind of want the same thing with liquid trains, but it's a different beast entirely with liquid trains, you see. Yoink, those are mine. Also, I need so much more iron. Oh my god, why? $14 hours? Just when do you stop? Well, I mean, if you're tired of me, I guess I could go now. I did warn people at the beginning of chat that you know, when I get my teeth sunk into a game like this, I don't tend to notice the passage of time. Why did I think that was going to work? Maybe I should stop. It didn't even occur to me. It's like, hang on a second. I'm placing it in front of me, but I'm driving straight. Wait a sec. This isn't going. No, too late. I've crashed. I think the problem is I need to be right in front of it so that I can line up properly. But it would be better if I then had the pole behind me. There we go. That'll do. Aavak, you do need sleep. Your flash mech is mortal and needs a brain maintenance cycle. But then... I mean, at this point, I've got to get up before too long in order to go to the dentist. And what about the oil? The oil isn't going to mine itself. We'll pop this spot there. Now. Oh, actually, I guess I could bring it down at the... no. Let's go back, grab the other one, and then I'll decide how they're going to line up. Good morning, Nine. I had a solid sleep, and I see Aavak still going. Yes. Yes. Hang on a second. What's going on there then? There we go. Don't burn yourself out on accident by overdoing it. Chad, you're very, very kind. Always worrying about me. Now, as much as I would love to keep watching until it's sleepy time again, you do need some sleep. But I guess. I mean, what I actually, no, I'm. To be fair, I am genuinely having trouble noticing which of these is just for atmospherics and which are not, because they all cast shadows. That is becoming a little bit awkward for me, because sometimes it's sometimes legitimately I'm just not paying attention. I crash into something, but other times I'm like, no, that's just like, you know, detritus on the ground. It's not actually a collidable object, and then bang! Oh, well, crap! I need to repair my car again. Demon works. On that note, I should be moving towards my bed. Good night, all. Good night, mate. That's why I disable cosmetics in the options, and because of grass on concrete. I like the game. It's super pretty though. But yeah, that is sincerely annoying. Let's pull this back a little bit. Okay, you're going to be an awkward one, aren't you? That does not look right. Nor even the slightest way. Something about it just felt off. Bad vibes. Ooh. Good vibes. Vibe check passed. Right, okay. I need a train stop, but don't worry, chat. Okay, I'll do. I will acknowledge your extremely sweet and very, very lovable amount of concern for me. Unnecessary, I will hasten to add. However, very much appreciated all the same. And I will go to bed, or at least I will go somewhere soft, close my eyes and pretend that I'm trying to sleep prior to my dentist appointment. But first, I will get this oil well set up. Then I might even be able to settle my mind when I inevitably try to sleep and fail. Four, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Done. Rest the eye muscles is good. Yes. 8 hours later. Indeed. Okay. What am I looking for? Pump connections. Entity pump will connect to a stationary entity fluid wagon when they are aligned correctly. It is required for loading and unloading fluids from the entity fluid wagon. Verily, 'tis so. Not offshore pumps. I need regular pumps. One for now. But this is the trick with these. You want to pump from a container. And this will act more or less like a chest does, in that it is a buffer of fluids. Doesn't perfectly align. Interesting. I guess I could move this around a little bit. Let's move this back by one. Maybe that will work better. Or forward by one. Let's see if that lines up. Now then, let's have a look at the pumps. Oh, no. Still off. Oh, no, that one is aligned. Oh. Huh. Curious. Oh, Braxa says it's unnecessary now with the buffers. You'll get better throughput by maximizing pump connections now. Oh, right, okay. All right. Thank you very much for the info. Now, here's the question, though, chat. Are we going for the same number of wagons on a fluid train, or should we change the number of wagons on a fluid train? Our other trains are 2/8, so they're nice and chunky, purely for the visuals. But I'm assuming that fluid is going to be a bit of a different beast. 8 seemed like, to me, again, I haven't played in a while, and I've not played at all with 2.0 or with the changed fluid dynamics, and obviously with space age. So I don't know if this is a small amount, an enormous amount, a normal amount. Scylla says 8 seems huge for fluid. Yobgod says I vote shorter. Mac Tig, is it Mac Tig? Match Tig Mick 3? No. Mike. I get the Mick. Okay, yeah, Mick 3 is Mike with the 3 instead of the E. But I was completely confused with the start of it. Yeah, look at the output rate from pump jacks. Okay, let's have a look. So output rate from this pump jack is, mining speed is 1 per second. Is that actually all it can produce? Yes. It's less than I was anticipating. Storage volume is okay. Okay, I'm gonna just call that straight away and say we almost certainly do not require that much then. I think instead a 1.4 for fluids will be adequate. You said it's now better to have multiples of these. Isn't it only 3 will connect though? Three per wagon. In that case, let's set them out somewhat. Oh no. At least somewhat more attractively. There you go. But there is no reason to have the buffers anymore, you were saying. I think I probably still will have the buffers though, if I'm perfectly honest. What is the content? It's storage volume is 25k, storage volume here is 50k. So I could literally just have two of them connected. Like so. For each wagon. And it would be like, if it's full, then call the train. Or I could have an extra one and say, if 2/3 full, call the train. But yeah, there used to be a throughput limit. Yeah, no, and that's what I was going to talk about earlier. I was like, oh well, you know, if there was, you'd want a pump pulling directly out of these for the maximum throughput, but now that is no longer a concern, which is actually quite cool. Very cool. I'm going to switch these around for a reason that will be very clear the moment I start linking them. We want these. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to want 1, 2 more. Actually, I'm going to move these ever so slightly. Alternatively, I could simply connect them down here. And there's a lot of sense in that, actually. If this is now throughput is yes, then I'm wondering if there's really any significant reason not to just stack these. And say as long as you've got enough to hold one full cargo train's worth, then summon a train. Speaking of, pumps no longer instantly fill empty tank cards. Much sad. Oh, poor road train. F's in chat for the cheese. The cheese is no more. That is a significantly smaller train now, my lord. It looks very sad. Extremely sad. I am going to want more of those tanks, though. So first, let's hop back, grab some tanks, and then come back down here. No, it's cute. I'm glad you think so, chat. I'm sure the train is glad you think so too. Right, let's go grab some tanks. That is not what I meant to pick up. Oh well. I'm going to need loads more iron then. And then a bunch of steel. Okay. Now, I don't think I'm going to play around with interrupts this stream. I would very much like to, but I don't think I have enough time. So instead, we're just going to get the station set up for the oil train. Then we will, I might not even bother setting up the unloading area. Might just get the loading area ready. That does feel so weird though. My goodness. Right. Okay, that, I mean, if that's going to connect anyway, why am I even bothering with these? I may as well just go all in. There we go. And then we simply need to connect up down here, and fantastically that almost works beautifully. Sadly doesn't. There we are. How's the game so far compared to base Factorio? I've not really... There hasn't been much change for me, I'll be honest. But I have not progressed really at all out of the early games, so it's not entirely surprising. There we go. Actually, I want to hook these up a little bit more sensibly. Makes me sad. Also makes me sad. Ooh, there we go. Oil processing. Nice. All right, finally, we can go down the route of plastics and indeed sulfur processing. We've unlocked the basic refinery. We will begin the research. Forthwith. Also batteries. Also accumulators. I think this is important. Also, of course, you know, circuitry and stuff like that, but mostly these. Oh, mining productivity. Sure. I'll grab the first level of that. And bulk inserters. Inserters that can move multiple items of the same type at a time. Ooh, wait. Modular armor or modules? Oh, it has to be modular armor, though. It literally cannot be anything but modular armor. Let's be quite clear with ourselves. Right, so I'm going to want to pop a bit of fuel in you. And back it up. Are they able to connect in the same way? No. Okay, good. Requires... I pretty much want to do the same thing as we did elsewhere. It's probably less necessary here, but nevertheless, I want to do it. I want them to enable or disable based on T not being equal to 0. There you go. Would like this to read the stopped train. I'd also like it to set its train limit. And that will be based on literally an arithmetic combinator. And all it needs to do is check if the contents of these, I'll use the red signal for that. And yes, I could absolutely have wired that in a different way. And I am not in the remotest way sorry that I did it the way I did. Right, I would like to read each. We will connect this up with a red wire. And minus... Actually, no, divide it by how much can I store? That's 50k, 200k. That work? Yeah, it did. Oh, that is amazing. I love it. Right, output limit. It's going to take a long time for this to fill. That's okay. We've got time. In many ways, it's the only thing we do have. Actually, instead of drawing that along the red circuit, we may as well just use the green circuit. Alright, okay, so this needs to be super muddy and brown. Actually go for a lot lower than this though. There we go. That'll do. Well, no, it won't. It needs to be a little bit brighter than that. Maybe a little bit more green. Yeah, a little bit more red now. Yeah, I guess it's not a great comparison to crude oil, but it's not awful either. It'll do. Right, so this one is going to be... I think that one was... which one? That was the passive provider chair, so yes, that's what we want, but I want this to be oil. Crude oil. Done. Don't you need to decide it? Nope. Wowza. I love that I've gone into work watching Aavak and now I'm leaving that Aavak's still going. I'm not going to be going for much longer. Chat is fretting after me and I don't want to worry them. Pipeline extent. Crude oil temperature. Okay. Oh, well, that works. Now, though, I kind of want to throw down a couple of bits and bobs. Could I get myself... Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Yeah, I see. I would like to get myself a radar. Plastic. Solid fuel. Basic oil processing. You in there and fill you. Oh, you actually don't have much in the way of ammo anymore. It's a bit of a worry. Have much in here? Not really. Guess it'll have to do. Just curious, would flow improve with the second pipe from the pumps to the derricks? I don't think so. I don't believe that's how that would work, unfortunately. All right. Well, I think that's about it. As this is a fluid train, no group. Can I name you though? Am I able to name my trains? Maybe you can't. Trains cannot be renamed? Then chat lied to me earlier on. My lord, what does the will come to when chat will tell me a barefaced lie? Right, well, I want to go to pick up and wait until full. It's not going to wait. It's not going to until this is at a particular amount, though. Oh. It's been so long since I played last. I did not know about groups. I don't think they... I think they're new. I don't think they were there before. Alright. Well, I think that's where we're going to have to call it, chat. We've been going for 14 and a half hours. Not too bad. You know, little jaunt. A wee cozy stream. Not sure if you've been told this, but you can flip the ports on fluid buildings now. I believe it's H and V to flip ports. It's amazing. Oh, thank you very much for the tip, Rotrain. You might have to reissue that tip next time, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. Is that a train station on the main line? Yes. Right now, we have... literally, it was just 2 train stations, and this one only exists where it's at so that I could have a station that both of these trains is going to be able to reach, because I'm going to make a refueling station just to test out interrupts. So this one will go up there, come back and leave. This one will have to go all the way up, down, in, and around, so on and so forth. But I just want to throw it together to test the interrupts effectively. That said, though, I'm really happy with what we managed to get done. We have managed to get up to the point where we're now researching oil-related gubbins. We are very much not at the refining stage yet. But who knows, maybe another 15-hour stream or so and we'll be in space. Thanks for streaming. This means I will go back to the beginning of this VOD and watch what I missed. Good night. Oh, take care, Jerry. And chill AAAs. Good call, Jerry. I was asleep for the first 5 hours. Fair. But yeah, I'm super happy with what we've seen. We've not really dug into the space age content yet. Mostly we've just been checking out all of the new, quality of life stuff, of which there's many, and really, really great quality of life things. very, very impressed with what I've seen so far, even just down to the interface, honestly. But we shall kick off next stream, finish up the oil line. Well, actually, before we do, I think instead of finishing up the oil line specifically, we will create the refueling station and then create the actual unloading for oil. We'll see how all of that goes. We're probably going to rejig the train line significantly before I go anywhere else, but for now, this will do, I think. We want to get at least some of the petrochemical gubbins made and put into the mall, namely some of the lasers and such. Also, there's modular armor that we want to check out. We don't currently need to hook up copper, I don't think. Iron, we're burning through at a shocking rate. Stone as well. We're probably going to want to sort out stone. We'll likely set up a mine down there and forget about it for a long time. Iron, we do have access to now, so I'm not too worried about the rate that we're pulling iron. Oil, yeah, it's gonna be a little while before we've got all of that hooked up. But right now, I'm fairly content with what we've managed to set up for ourselves. So as I said, looking into getting some of the petrochemical stuff on the go. I mean, it would be wonderful if we managed to get logistic droids up and running as well, or building a logistics droids by the end of the next stream. We'll have to see. We haven't really had any trouble with biters, so fingers crossed that is a trend that continues, but who can say. Certainly once I've got access to artillery, we're probably going to have trouble with biters because I'm going to be causing it, but we'll see. But quick check-in on Road Train Swamp, our only named landmark so far. Ah, there we go. Look at that. It's starting to be more swamp-like. Glory be. Is it the end of the stream? It is the end of the stream. We're just wrapping it up. I'm so sorry. Yeah, right on. I've been going now for 14 and a half hours though, but you want a quick overview, more than happy to show you. So here is the kind of mall part of our bootstrap landing area. There's some very basic smelting arrays, super simple. Mostly here just to get gubbins together so that I could then build other things. We've got one mine over here, bringing in iron, unloading there, and just threw together a little area for pumping oil. That is kind of where we're at right now and what we're looking into and researching at the moment, and we're going to be continuing in that direction next stream. Yeah, a lovely healthy green. Everyone will want to visit Road Train Swamp, especially donkeys. Donkeys are particularly fond of it, apparently. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. Thank you very much for joining me. I had an absolute blast, and I would not at all be surprised if the next time I stream, it's for a similar amount of time. We will see. Maybe it'll be tomorrow, maybe it will not. I've got to go to the dentist. I might be feeling a little bit sore afterwards, and I want to get more RimWorld recorded. So, there's a lot of things on my plate at the moment, but we will be returning to Space Age pretty soon, I should imagine. And I will see what I can do about getting the VODs of this stream up on Aavak After Hours as quickly as I can. But that is going to be it from us for now. So once again, thank you ever so much for joining me. It was a pleasure, as always it is. And I can't wait to stream next time. But until then, take care, everyone.